Hey, hey, hey! Welcome to the Deliberate Millionaire live stream. How are you doing? How you doing? Okay, I'm Rosemary Nonny. I am the Prosperity Minister. I support you in leaving behind the pain and the limiting beliefs of the past and rising victorious in your true design life. Okay, just making sure that I can see everything and that you guys can hear me, which you can. Okay, this is the thing. It took me a long while to fully admit that actually I think, I act at a very different pace from most people. When I am already at step 10, people are generally at step 5 or 4. I'm wondering why I'm moving so quickly. And so I felt as if I had to slow myself down in order to fit in with everybody else, to be accepted by everybody else, to not be considered too much. I couldn't accept the fact that I was always moving faster than everyone else. I almost felt like it was a bad thing, and there were lots of people that were willing to tell me that it was a bit of a bad thing. And so I started rejecting my own natural tendency to move very quickly, to go after the things that I desire very quickly, all of that stuff. And it was finally the divine, as always, the divine, my constant friend, got my attention. It took years, though, to finally start admitting who I was, to finally give myself permission to move really quickly. It took the divine, and it was also this lovely woman who wrote this book, something about acting first and thinking later. And it just resonated with me because that was the kind of way that I'd always been acting, but always thinking, I shouldn't do it this way. There's something wrong with me moving so quickly. There's something wrong with me trying to get everything and be everything. And I always had these big ideas and nobody else around me had. And I'm saying this to you guys today because there's some of you, you feel empty. You feel wrong a lot of the time. Simply because your natural bent is to go faster than most people around you. Your natural bent is to want a whole lot of stuff. You want more than enough. You want to experience everything. You want to travel. You want to see the world. You want to do all of this stuff. You want the biggest business on the planet. You want to impact most people. You want so much, but it's always been made out to be too much. And so you've learned to almost like place yourself into a little box, telling yourself that that's the best way to do it. And like we were talking about yesterday around the whole, that you can be lion and lamb, even as a spiritual person. But I suppose I'm asking you this morning, well, morning for me, give yourself permission to be all of you. Stop giving other people's opinions a bigger priority over what you sense is true for you. It is only you, being all of you, that will experience abundance, prosperity, freedom, fulfillment, all the stuff that you really long for, whilst you continue to try and force yourself to fit into whatever you think everybody else around you will accept. You will never be free. You have to free yourself. You have to give yourself permission to actually say yes to you. Sometimes you're looking for acceptance from people who haven't even accepted themselves, for goodness sake. So if they haven't accepted themselves, how are they going to accept you? They don't know who they are, and you're looking to them. Hey, Kelson, good day to you too. You're looking to them, hopefully that they will give you approval. They will tell you that what you want to do is okay. And you're not doing this consciously. I know you're a powerful person, just like I was. It's not as if I was doing it consciously. But now I look at my life and I realize how much time I had spent holding back, playing smaller, just thinking that who I was not good enough. Who I was to be pushed down and fit into a nice little box, because then I'd be accepted by the world. Then I might even be accepted by God. But actually, it's a lie. Who you are is enough. Your too much self, your move faster than everybody else kind of self. You need to embrace all of that craziness inside of you. You really do. If you are ever going to really be happy, really experience total prosperity, fulfillment, freedom, a love-drenched life, honey, you need to be all of you. Give yourself permission to be your too much self. Let those people who are all slow pokey, let them be their slow pokey selves. It doesn't matter. You don't have to join them. I'm glad you agree, Kelson. You don't have to join them, my loves. Own yourself. Be unapologetically you. It took me so long to learn this lesson. And for the most of us, it's not as if you're going around actively saying, oh, please tell me that I'm okay. Please. No, you know, you're not doing that. I know that. But if you're really honest with yourself, you know you're not playing to the most of your potential at all. And mostly it's because there's a part of you that is actually worried that if you really showed up, you'd be alone. Because nobody would understand you. Nobody, I mean, people don't really understand you right now, let's be honest. But you keep hoping that if you just try and fit in here, just keep saying yes when you really want to say no here, if you just keep doing this thing that you don't really want to do, then maybe people will get you, maybe people will understand you, maybe then you'll feel less alone. Just admit who you are. If you're ever going to have the relationships, the empowering relationships you want, the fulfilling work you want, the exorbitant bank balance you want, the radiant health you want, if you are going to get those things, you have to be all of you. You have to be all of you. This isn't an option unless you are willing to just kind of do this whole plain dead thing that most people do. But I'm calling you to come alive, come awake, come alive, come alive. Come and shine your light, let it burn so bright. Anybody else love The Greatest Showman? I love it. Come alive, man. Come alive, guys. Okay. Some of y'all need to come and start your 30-day immersion in the Abundance Library because you have gotten way too used to playing too small when you know there's so much more that hasn't even been seen. And it's when you start showing up to the fullness of you, you leave behind the pain and the limiting beliefs of the past that tell you that you had to play smaller. You leave all of that stuff behind and you rise victorious in your true design life. You take back dominion of your money, your relationships, your mind, how you show up in the world. And as you do that, life will open up for you. Come into the Abundance Library. Come and immerse your mind in empowered thinking, honeys. Start with the unapologetic rise of the queen, if you're female. If you're not, there's other things for you. Come into the library. There's there's so many programs in there. If you would just listen to something every day, just something every day, you will find yourself being empowered. You'll find yourself acting differently because you will have started to think differently. And honey, your thoughts are creating your reality right now. And if your thoughts are, oh, I better hide a little bit of myself, I better play a little bit smaller, you're not going to get where you want to go. You're going to have to settle for having a walking dead existence. I want so much more for you, but ultimately it's up to you to choose it. So come into the Abundance Library. Come and immerse yourself for 30 days at least. Message me the word abundance and I will get the details over to you. Come on. Come on. It's time. You know it's time. You know it's time. There's this hunger inside of you saying, there must be more. There is more. But you have to claim it. You can't keep doing the same stuff you've always done and somehow think that things are going to change. They're not going to change without you playing full out. Come and immerse yourself in the library. Message me the word abundance to find out more about it. Share this video with someone else. Until the next time, my loves, have a great, amazing day. Go forth and prosper. You deserve the best. Please allow yourself to receive it. Bye.